All right, I'm gonna try a little post-market review, I guess. If you guys like it, we'll keep it. But it'll just be a way for me to touch up on news, I'll touch up on the indexes, then I'll touch up on 10300. We can update it together. Then I'll kind of just skim through some names. It won't be a, you know, like a full breakdown. But just kind of a closing day, I guess. So just see if I should keep this. I figured this is a little easier than doing a video pre-market, forcing you guys to wake up at a certain time to watch it, and then, me keeping a video under a certain, time length so I could post it on time. So just maybe video after is a little easier. But let's take a look at the indexes and let me pull up earnings as well. So EPS today we had Lilly pre-market, we had SNDK now, we had WDC now, APP now, Uber shop this morning. What else is a big one? A couple other big ones. I mean, Melly, DoorDash, big names, but nothing I really want to focus on. Let's just take a look at Lilly. Lilly, we actually traded this morning too. We took it off the, let's go down here. We actually took this quick pop right here off the 1200, and because we had weeklies, we were able to scale out right at 1215. So didn't really catch that downturn either, but that was a good 80% on weeklies. Really pretty bad earnings reaction though. SNDK. Is that what they reported? No, this is the estimate. What's the SNDK report? Did Keith put it on Twitter? I think you did, or on Discord. Let me pull it up right now. My bad, because I know that's not correct. I know that was the estimate. Thinkorswim just might not have it up yet. Huh. Huh. Oh, Q1 guidance to 45. Wow. Okay. Still, I said, I don't know if anyone, I don't know when I said it, but I knew if they reported under 40, it was probably going to tank. This is interesting though. That's how you know it's still scaling, and God forbid they guide up after that. This thing starts making $50 a quarter. That's $200 a year. 10 PE ratios at 2000, and you're kind of guessing where it peaks. This might go back up tomorrow, honestly. I'll keep an eye on it, but SNDK was the big one. WDC also dumping after hours too. I don't really want to check on their report, but just good to know how the reaction was. What did MU do off of it? Interesting. All right. Not too bad. All right, let me take a look at the indexes. What did we do today? Okay, QQQ stopped right near the top of that channel. Can honestly still play. Yeah, it's really just day trades because longing it up here, stretch from the 9, not really a area of interest for me. But just watching it from a perspective of where it can go higher over that 725 again, you should get 731. So you can correlate that with SPX for a move higher. Let's see if it holds the 50 MA. Ideally, this just chills though. Develop a little right side on like low volume for me to really get conviction to the upside. But this flush out was fantastic. It's exactly what you want to see for us to go higher. You see what SPX is doing? Yeah, I mean, that's unbelievable, the difference in them. Wow. So, I mean, you're getting a level of interest here. That 760 backtest should honestly be a pretty good trade, that first attempt. It should want to bounce at least a few points. This extension on that day was unreal. Yeah, but nothing to really do here. MAs, everything's pointing to bullish, but in terms of like actual actionable plays coming up, I really don't think there is any, other than playing key levels, and then we'll see what's on 10300. But we're leaning towards a bullish market. QQQ's back above moving averages, SPX back above moving averages, simple as that. But now it's just timing, kind of just waiting for this volume to settle down a little bit. All right, let's see what we got on 10300 today, and let's add to this list. So we had FTK, BVS, CRCT, FRPT, Fresh Pet, I know that. Shake Shack, I know that. Shop, I know that. Shop's nice. Shop's done a 10300 a few times. It's reacted extremely well every time. WTTR, I don't know some of these, but you add all of them and then you let yourself decide if they're a skip or a watch. Because some of these gap up because they got bought out and stuff. So if it's those really weird candles, they really might just not move. So you should do a little due diligence into why they gapped up if you want to trade them. But I'm not gonna sit here and say that I do that to every single one because really the setup tells the story. All right, we have all of these locked on. Okay. Okay, that's new. That's new. That's new. That's new. I'm not gonna mark up the levels, but just so you could see an example of one, you take this 10300 day. I go here. I mark up these levels, and my 10300 levels are yellow. I should have changed the color. Boom, and boom, boom. And you wait for a base. Simple as that. These aren't going to have setups for a few days. Sometimes they break day one, and those are the ones I really don't take. But shop, that's a nice gap off the quarterly, too. Hard level. Interesting. Yeah, these 10300s are going to be watches for tomorrow, but I'll assess that pre-market. Huh, this one looks good, too. Shake Shack new, a lot of new ones today. But that always happens. This list always gets filled and then, withered down fairly quickly. AXTI fail at those levels. Wow, THC, great build off the 10300. This is a watch. This one moves well enough for me to trade, possibly, just depending on how the spreads are. This one's creeping really good inside days from that 10300 range. If it can pop over 581. Yeah, I'm going to try this one for a long. This is absurd. Absurd, that base over. Let the 9MA catch up, which it should tomorrow. Again, I'm going fast, but I'm going to touch up on all of these pre-market. It's more just, for you guys to be familiar with them. For me to look at them too. This isn't just for you guys. This is literally what I do. So I figured I'd just fucking start recording it. So QURE, I'll definitely touch up on tomorrow. I think I want to go long there. Not only you have two 10300 levels stacked against each other, you have 21 and 9 creeping, and they've held 4 days in a row on low volume, which kind of makes sense. This is basing, but nothing yet. Wow, this thing is moving. I'll watch this one tomorrow, likely as well, just because of how volatile. You manage risk against the 10300 level. It doesn't matter how volatile it is. You know your exit. Zebra, that was a day 2. This one's building as well. Not going to take anything. Nothing. Nothing. Oh, this is my watch. This is my watch for tomorrow. 100%. 100%. This is probably my top watch against the 10300s. So we'll see what happens, but you take away anything from this call, I'm probably watching Amazon against those tomorrow. Nothing here. This one had 2 10300 days back to back. You don't see it often, so I'll probably try it on that first attempt. Laser, I'm in that swing, so we'll see. Honestly, I might use it against the quarterly just to keep the loss small, but I went really light regardless. Palantir, let's see if it can base. Nothing yet. Needs a base. MOD did 10300 on this day after this really big drawdown, so it's a little bit of a manipulated one, but it's respecting the levels. I'm gonna keep it on my watch list just to see what it does. I don't know if I'll touch it though. Wayfair, let's see if it holds structure. I'll leave this on, but probably not taking it. Okay. So honestly, some decent setups here for tomorrow. I'll touch up on them, pre-market, but I think it was THC, QURE, and Amazon was the big three there. Um, let me just go to major list and let's sort by 1 week. So this is sorting by percent change 5-day. So this is just kind of focusing on the bigger relative strength names. I wanted Blaze against the 50, but again, earnings, I didn't play it. AEOI, nicer move. We scaled out well too, near the highs. That was a good trade. COHR, nice gap. Palantir did the 10-300. Wow, was this off earnings? Phenomenal move. Wow. We'll see how that one acts. That didn't do 10-300 though. AEHR is interesting against 96, but probably not going to take it. TE bounce. Wow. Wow. Huh. This looks a little bit different. This looks a little bit different. That volume accumulation is absurd. Clear institutions. I might watch this against 26. Ideally, it's a little stretched here, but damn. Okay. RDW trying to get back up. You know what? I'm not even gonna go too crazy. I really don't think there's too much tomorrow. I'll see what's moving pre-market. But after I can see the only other things I'm watching would be like MU SNDK reaction intraday. In case they do get some buyers tomorrow. Because the SNDK earnings and more importantly the guidance is awesome. Wow, this smack off the channel is gonna look great tomorrow. Where's it opening at? It's actually not down too bad, 1280. This might go right back up tomorrow. And if it does, you actually don't have that many reference points in between here. Let me see, unless I'm missing one. Yeah, there's nothing. 1514 is that next hard range. You have it against the last monthly candle that closed, actually. Let me mark that up. But yeah, even then, no more information from there. Yeah, it's nothing. Wicked at it for earnings, but probably won't even trade it. I might just use MU. If SNDK is moving, you can use MU. But I'm already in it, so who knows? Really could just be a chill day. We'll figure that out pre-market though. But 10-300 sorted. SPX and QQQ are bullish, just extended. And then let's just touch up on news or earnings for tomorrow as well. Let's see. Yeah, nothing crazy tomorrow. Net, D-Dog, CEG, those are going to be nice. Monster reports. Yeah, other than that, really nothing crazy. All right, we'll see what happens, but decent day. Pretty crappy reaction from earnings, but we'll see what happens tomorrow. All right, enjoy the night though. See ya.